Story. I thought it was my sister. It wasn't. My sister just knocked on my bedroom door, but her voice came from inside the house, and I still heard the knocking. I froze with my hand on the latch because it sounded exactly like her, soft and impatient, like she was already mad at me for taking too long. I told her to wait, and the knocking stopped so suddenly it felt like the air held its breath. Then I heard my sister breathing right outside my door, slow and shaky, like she was leaning her forehead against the wood. I opened it a crack and the hallway light flickered, painting everything in sickly orange stripes. She was standing there, same sweater, same messy bun, same pale face, but her eyes were too dark, like someone turned down the brightness. She smiled without moving her cheeks and said my name like she was reading it off a paper. I backed up because her smile didn't reach her eyes and because the smell hit me first, warm laundry and something metallic under it. "You're not supposed to be awake," I whispered, and she cocked her head, listening like the house was talking. From the kitchen came the other sound, a spoon clinking, then a slow drag across the tile, and I realized there was no way she could be in two places. I glanced down the hall, and my sister was closer now, already at my doorway, but my bedroom clock said it was still 10 minutes since I heard her knock. The hallway was empty behind her, yet I could hear footsteps moving away inside the walls. I tried to shut the door, but her hand slid into the gap with wet fingers that left no prints, just a cold shine. She leaned in and whispered, "Don't look behind you," and my stomach dropped because I felt her breath come from the side of my face, not the front. I turned anyway, and the hallway behind her was dark and empty except for the reflection in the mirror. In the mirror, my sister stood alone, but her mouth was open like she was screaming, and the sound came from my own throat. I stumbled back and the hallway light burst brighter, then dimmed again as the house blinked. The mirror image didn't match my sister's movements anymore, it moved one beat behind, like a recording buffering. Then the real twist landed, because I heard my sister's voice from the closet door in my room, muffled and excited, like she'd been there the whole time. I slammed my gaze to the closet, and my sister in the hallway turned her head toward it with me, like she was hunting for the same problem. The closet door handle turned by itself, slow and patient, and something inside breathed right against the wood. I ran for my phone, but the screen lit up with a missed call from my own number, and the voicemail transcript auto-filled before I even hit play. It was my voice, recorded just seconds ago, saying, "I thought it was my sister." I couldn't move because the hallway behind the doorway wasn't a hallway anymore. It was my room, mirrored and wrong, full of flickering shadows crawling over the ceiling like mold. My sister smiled again, but this time her teeth didn't look sharp, they looked practiced, like she'd been wearing them. She stepped forward, and the knocking started again, pounding from inside the walls, matching the rhythm of my heartbeat. I backed into my own room, and when I looked down, my reflection in the dark TV screen was already opening my bedroom door from the inside. The closet's breathing stopped, and the house went silent for one perfect second. Then the door knocked once more, and it sounded exactly like me.